Hello everyone and welcome to Indiethon Summer 2023. This time around we are raising money for the Samaritans. They are a UK-based suicide prevention charity with a free-to-call helpline for those in crisis. They deal with over 10,000 calls a day, and every call they answer could change a life forever. And if you want us to help support this cause, please go on ahead, go to the tracker and donate. And also keep in mind that we have a couple of incentives still left open for the remainder of the marathon. One of them is for our obscure one, where we can upgrade the run to the special mode. We're only looking for $15 more to get that raised. And if we can get those $15, that would also put our total amount raised to just $600 so far, which would be really awesome to hit during this run. So let's hope that we will get that met and nothing rains on our parade while we go ahead and watch that1cl0ud do exactly that to some other people, I suppose. I don't know, I haven't seen the run yet. I'm very excited to see this. So with that, that1cl0ud, the stage is all yours.
Alright, hello everyone, I am that1cl0ud. This is Rain in Your Parade. I'm joined here today by Nightsa.
Hello everyone.
And yeah, so this is Rain in Your Parade, all levels without DLC. The without DLC bit basically just means we don't have the DLC installed. The DLC introduces a new power-up, so we don't use that because the new power-up actually provides some time save, but in this category we don't use that. But anyway, time will start when I rain on the start button, so that will be in 3, 2, 1, go. I have no idea how they flung that lamppost. Yeah, starting out here, we are going to skip the cutscene and ruin a wedding. So right as we start the game, basically you get a rough idea of how this game essentially is.
Yeah, basically the aim is to ruin as many people's lives as you can through different levels.
Except in that case, we were putting out a fire, so you'd think we would let the fire go, but we had to help our dumpster friend. This is the beach level, so of course we have to rain on everyone at the beach. This also introduces the sun, which I believe only appears in this level, unless you enable the sun mode. The sun basically is just an extra obstacle that you have to avoid, and that if you touch the sun, you are stopped for a few minutes, and you also lose a lot of water. But now we are on a nice little calm garden level, just growing a garden of trees. It's our first area where you can refill our water. So you will see that quite a lot. You'll also notice a bunch of other side characters so far, like we ran into the Elder Cloud a bit earlier, we ran into the frog, and we just ran into the grandma. They're all just kind of side supporting characters that give witty dialogue. They don't really do much else, but now we're in the school, and who wouldn't want to ruin the school, honestly? Explode a volcano and explode some chemicals. So entering into this next level here, this is the first kinda skip, kinda not skip. So that's a points-based level, and for points-based levels, we can just exit out of the level because the objective for this category is to get all star objectives in every single level. And the points-based levels don't even require you to get points to get a star. So that's why the points-based levels you can just exit out. Now, we are ruining a warehouse. This is by far one of my favorite levels. Head on over to the farm here. This is where I'm going to do a mix of keyboard and controller. Normally you play this game on a controller, even though it's on PC. But for some levels we do like to use the keyboard for movement, just because it allows us to move quicker for some reason. I'm not too sure why using the keyboard does that, but in larger levels like the farm here, it helps us move faster. But yeah, that is the end of the farm level. And now we are moving on to the first Dr. Dryspell level. So Dr. Dryspell is the villain of this game. Basically, his villain backstory is that one day when he was a little kid, a cloud rained on him, and now he despises clouds, and he's made it his goal to destroy all clouds. So you'll see him chasing after us throughout this game, basically. I also believe, since he got rained on, he doesn't like taking baths either. So he kind of smells. But that is canon, by the way.
Yeah, there's a couple of these boss levels coming up later. And here we actually get the first power-up of the game, which is Thunder. So you can rain, but now you can also send like thunder down to the ground, which we use in this level to blow out the people's umbrellas so we can rain on them. And that's the objective.
This one can be kind of finicky because sometimes the people just absolutely refuse to get rained on. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it happens sometimes. Luckily it didn't happen that time. But now we will be destroying a camp. And we are going to set a forest on fire, but don't worry. Happens. Yeah. So that is that level. Now we're getting on to the sheep level, and this is where a little bit of RNG comes into play. Because, as you'll see, the sheep like to go in their own direction sometimes. So it can be kind of hard to direct all the sheep into the pen. As you can see, some of them are absolutely refusing to go in. But that was nice and easy that time. Got 4 of them in at once.
That was good.
Yeah. Luckily I didn't get the... There's a bug that happens there sometimes where a sheep will walk into the pen, walk right back out, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to wait for the sheep to decide to walk back in, and it's so much timeless. It's so annoying. Ask the developer why that happens. He said, oh, I thought that fixed it. I thought I fixed it. And that's it. So, it just sometimes happens. But now we are in the pigeon level. That was a really good pigeon level.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. That's the only level you get the ability to drop bread.
Yeah. So this is the office level. Normally all the objectives are going to be sorted into different episodes, but as you'll see here in a minute, all we have to do is complete episode 1, and then we can exit out of the level and it will still give us the star to continue on. Now this is one of the first run killer levels, basically. So this is Cloudy Hill. You have to sneak up behind all these people and shock them to scare them and get rid of their flashlights. But if you get in the path of their light, you are caught and the level is over, and their positioning and movement is all RNG based. So this is like probably my #1 run killer, because this level can be so annoying. How did I not get caught there? What?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, sometimes you just get all the people like looking straight at you, so you have to wait for them to turn around and
then,
stuff.
And then other times you're barely in their path and you get caught.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, unless there's someone in there, there is someone in there. Alright, so we got 2 people left. Just one other person over here. Don't get caught. There we go. Nicely done.
Nice.
Pretty okay, Cloudy Hill. Now, we're going to be introduced to the Weatherman. So the Weatherman is a reoccurring character, and the entire joke is the Weatherman cannot catch a break from us. So throughout this entire level, we're going to rain on the Weatherman as he tries to walk to work, and you will see some various events happen, like he misses his bus and whatnot. But Aishma, during this level, if there's anything you have to say, that would be a great time.
Absolutely. I told you guys about the incentives that we have coming up a little bit earlier, so why don't I go ahead and get you updated on the prizes you can win if you do so. First and foremost, if you donate just a single dollar towards Summer Returns, you are in the running to win a handwritten card from our very own the DM Panda, where he will thank you for your donation toward this good cause. That's a very unique thing to win, I want to say. And why don't you go ahead and donate just a single dollar to maybe get one of those cards? If you donate a total of $5, you are in the running to win a display. You know, those nice little things you can hang somewhere in your room or in your house. You can choose any of the regular displays from display.com. And again, they normally are a little bit more expensive than just $5. So that is a pretty good deal, I want to say. But obviously, you are here for the games, and we have a lot of those for you. We have 4 game prize packs sponsored by Team 17. 3 of them get you in the running for just $15, and then, of course, we have our grand prize for $30. So let me just quickly go ahead and tell you what that grand prize all entails. If you win the grand prize, you get a copy of Dredge, Golf with Your Friends, Killer Frequency, Monster Sanctuary, Super Magbot, The Escapist 2, The Night Witch, Triphank Squared, Worms W&D, and Yooka-Laylee and The Impossible Lair. All those games you could win for just a donation of $30. It doesn't have to be a single donation. It can be multiple donations over the course of the marathon. But that is a pretty good deal, I want to say.
Yeah, so what you saw me do there in the diner level was something called Early Raider. Basically, all it entails is we just go through that level quickly to to actually get to the waiter a cycle early. Normally, if you do it kind of slow, then you have to wait for the waiter to walk all the way back to the counter and grab another plate of food, so you can rain on them and make them drop the tray of food. But if you go through it quick enough, you can actually catch them a cycle early, and that's what we like to call Early Raider.
Now we get another new ability, which is snowing. So now instead of raining, you can also like drop snow, which is very slippery. And if you drop snow directly on a person, they will like turn into a snowball kind of. Yeah. Which we are gonna use in this level, because it's a bit faster than doing it without the ability.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going back to a few of these levels and not doing them before I get thunder, because it's actually quicker to do them once you get snow. There's some people, like my rival Oreo, that's convinced that it's slower, but who's the record holder?
But yeah, you can see the people are not having a great time in the snow.
Yeah, so it will eventually get more chaotic, and you will see that this game absolutely loves being chaotic. Like, there will be many times where you'll be looking at the screen and not knowing what the heck is going on. But you'll see there are more and more soldiers here trying to come up and defuse the bomb, but we want this bomb to explode, so can't let them get to the bomb. There you go. And now, it's time to go destroy Little Timmy's birthday party.
Hooray.
Fairly straightforward level here. Once we skip the cutscene, there are a lot of cutscenes in this game. So all we gotta do is destroy all the presents by setting them on fire. You don't get that cool saxophone, and you do not get that cool airplane. I didn't shock the airplane, darn. There is, normally for this level, you're supposed to like grab oil and change your rain to oil, but it's a lot faster to just do it with thunder. And now, this is a Metal Gear reference.
Yeah, there's a couple of these game references. Before we had Counter-Strike, and now we have Metal Gear.
So I just gotta sneak up on all these guards and rain on them. And then there is a turret I will have to explode. I did not rain on him. Okay.
Oh, damn.
I had that happen to me before. That killed it. I'm pretty sure that killed a record pace run. cool little fun fact is the person talking to us is actually the lead developer, Cube. He's pretty cool. Shout out to the developers. They're very speedrun friendly. I just love good speedrun friendly developers. Anyway, we're heading back over to where we were. Oh yeah, there's a tree there, and you can't touch that tree. There are a lot of cool things hidden around the map, and my favorite thing is that tree who runs away from you. But yeah, now we are just causing some chaos at the bus stop by turning everyone into snowballs. That person did not turn into a snowball. Please turn into a snowball. There you go. And this next level is also fairly straightforward. We're just going to be chucking people off of the mountain. So once again, Ishma, if you have anything to say, these next few levels are pretty straightforward. What?
So thank you.
Sorry, continue. I don't know why that person clipped through the fence.
No worries there. I just want to go ahead and say thank you to our longtime sponsor, Team 17, who have supported every marathon we have done so far. For this event, they have given us 19 games and 4 packs to give to lucky donors. For more info on the prizes, use !prizes in chat. I mean, I've told you just a little bit about them a little bit earlier, our grand prize, but obviously there are 3 more of those game packs that we are giving away to you. So go ahead, check those out, and then go to the tracker and donate. And also keep in mind that if you make a donation, please put them towards any of the incentives. Coming up is the obscure incentive, or rather the incentive for the obscure run, where you can upgrade that run to the special mode. And obviously, you know, we want to see the special things happen in the other mode, so we need only 15 dollars to get that met. So please go ahead and get that met for that run that will happen in about 5 hours from now. So you still have a lot of time, but you know, keep those donations coming. You don't know what else you got planned for you.
Cool. So in that previous level, there were some sled kids that I had to attempt to get into the freezing cold water, but I sadly missed. One of the kids missed, so had to wait for the next kid. Luckily, it was only the very next kid. Didn't have to wait even longer. But now we are controlling a zombie army. You'll see there are guards here that will shoot your zombies, so we don't want our zombies shot and killed, so we are going to turn all these guards into snowballs. I'm going to attempt to move them towards the light because that's where we have to guide the zombies to. But after that, I think the path is mostly clear, so we just have to go grab our zombie friends. Get them all in a nice little conga line. It's always one of my favorite parts. Just watching the zombies slowly waddle over here. I wish there was a way to get them over quicker. Sadly though.
Yeah, the zombies are kinda slow.
They're getting there. Yeah, so you have to have 5 zombies inside the light to finish the level. There are also 2 other levels that I will go back to once I get the next power up. But for now, this is a pretty boring level where you have to clean a bathroom. Ew. So this would be a great time to actually properly explain the difference between with and without DLC. So with DLC introduces the Mega Drop, which is basically like you're able to rain more in a wider range. So for the Mega Drop, with the Mega Drop, for example, you could get this level done a lot quicker because you have more water. But here without DLC, we have to slowly clean all this gunk up. Just like that. And now, we're going to the news station. Skip the cutscene, and there's also a news intro, but of course we are going to skip that too. So that's why we shock at the start of the level. But now we have to. We're gonna be just a little bit helpful, you know. We're gonna turn the camera around for them, you know. Get the camera on the weatherman, and then we're just gonna go over to the weatherman. Oopsies. Totally didn't do that on purpose. Oopsies. Sorry. Didn't mean to turn you into a snowball. So now our objective is to grab the weatherman and chuck him off the stairs. But this level can be very finicky because you have the rest of the news station frantically running around trying to escape from you. But, yeah. So, the weatherman is going to bump into a lot of stuff. There's also a hidden objective. Can you guys move? There's a hidden objective that was unlocked, which is basically... Oh my god. Does not want to be cooperative today. There we go. Down he goes, tumbling down the stairs, and now we get to report the news. Let's go.
We basically take his job.
Yep. Normally, I used to spam the buttons there, but, I want to be careful to not hit retry. So this is another Dr. Dry Spell level. This is actually a level that we are trying to experiment with. So there are turrets here which shoot at you, and you have to snow on all the tracks to get them off, but we're trying to experiment to get them to hit each other, because there's a very... If you line it up correctly, you could get them to hit each other. I didn't manage to do it with that, but there is a way. Normally we thought it was just up to RNG, but like that. You just have to align it, like, very precisely. It's very stupid with how precise it is, but haven't found a way to make it consistent just yet. But we are getting our last power-up here.
Yeah, this is the tornado, which allows you to, well, it creates a tornado under you, so you can pull stuff towards you and like raise stuff up.
Okay, that was weird. I don't know why the dog didn't get happy. But yeah, so we're going back to these levels because, well, the dog level just because it's there, but this level because normally, the person shoveling their driveway is supposed to shovel all the snow while you're trying to get the driveway full of snow. But we discovered that if you use a tornado, you can just get rid of their shovel and complete this level way faster than ever before. And now we are also moving on to a breakout themed level where we have a person in a snowball and we have to break all these bricks. Now normally we would have to use snow and just hope that they hit all the bricks, but turns out you can just use the tornado and guide them a lot easier. Apparently I am so far the only runner to actually consistently do that. I don't know why Oreo never did it, but yeah. Now this next level is supposed to be a showcase of the tornado. So all we simply do is go in the corner here and try to grab as much furniture as possible and chuck it into the red circle over there. So this should hopefully be enough. Yep, there we go. End that level, and now make our way to the store to help Grandma do some shopping. So this level is also fairly straightforward. We just gotta grab everything on the shopping list over to the side there. So I'm also going to grab the meat and whatnot to knock out 3 in 1. And hopefully I don't forget my way around the store like I did the last time I ran this game. Yeah, now we just gotta get soda and ice cream and hopefully don't accidentally grab the weatherman.
Yeah, we've bullied him enough.
Maybe not. But you gotta be very careful because you gotta make sure that the items stay together so they don't go flying everywhere. Now normally after that you would be given like a really strong tornado to be able to grab quite literally everything in the store, but we don't do that. We get the star objective after doing that. That level you're supposed to dig up a bunch of fossils, but once again, we do not do that because for some reason that level counts as a points-based level. But now this level here is the first example of Spam Tornado. Spam Tornado is basically just a way to quickly use a tornado. So in this level, we have to guide the cows to the train, using our tornado, and normally it would take a long time, but if you literally just spam, if you literally just spam the tornado button, you can get them over there a lot quicker. And we also have to turn these weather vanes to north, which, as you saw with the second one, has been kind of finicky. But let's get these cows over there. And the level. Now this next level, sorry, it's the level after this. This level is how the moon landing actually happened. There were no humans. Sorry, there were no humans. We're just gonna check them off. So what really happened is there were clouds on the moon, and a cloud filled up a crater with water and made a hot tub for the aliens. There are aliens that do come afterwards, but we leave very quickly before we can actually see them. This level is very hard. Hardest level in the game. Do not move. So of course we move as fast as we possibly can. And now we get to steal the Mona Clauda. Not the Mona Lisa, the Mona Clauda. So as we are robbing this museum, Ishma, if you have anything to say, you can do that just now.
Yeah, wait just a second here. I've been hopping on about this for quite a while now, and I just want to do it again. Because keep in mind, everybody, we have incentives that you can meet, so we, change a little bit of the gameplay that we're doing some of the runs that are still coming up in this marathon. First of all is the obscure special mode incentive, where we are looking for only $15 more to upgrade that run from the normal mode to the special mode. After that, we have Saw the Game, where you can choose one of the endings, either freedom or truth. At the moment, they are both tied, so a single dollar can sway the runner to go for either of those endings, depending on which one you're going in for. Same goes for Lena's Inception, where we are also having a tied ending bid war between perfect and sacrifice. Once again, a single dollar can sway the runner to go for your preferred ending. And last but not least, Love 3 has a game mode bid war between classic or the remastered game. And once again, we are at a tie here. So a single dollar can sway the runner to go for the classic or the remastered game mode. So yeah, a lot of bid wars coming up that are tied. So if you want to go ahead and be the tiebreaker, go ahead, donate to the Summer Regions, and please remember to put that donation towards one of the incentives that are still in the running.
So this level, Grandma basically gave us access to a black hole. So we just have to make the black hole grow larger. And now, this is the most, not really complicated, this is the level with the most, level with the largest skip, that's the word I'm looking for. So, this is supposed to be a RPG themed level, and normally you'd have to go around this village doing little quests, and then run into the cave and do whatever, yada yada. But we're not gonna do that. No, we're just gonna go over to this mountain and clip right through. So we're doing this, we're skipping a few minutes. Normally you would clip back into the graveyard, but we aren't going to do that either. We are going to simply go around the graveyard and exit out in a much later portion of the game. So yeah, this is like the only out of bounds trick in this entire game so far. We have tried and tried to find other techniques, but to no avail. We did actually show this trick to the developer, and he said he'd keep it in, so you know, that's pretty cool. Yeah, now we're just floating around out of bounds inside of mountains, and we should be exiting out shortly. Just gotta go over here if I can see. I want to be very careful to not end up crossing over into the other area, wrong place, because if I do, then I essentially get stuck out of bounds, and don't want to do that. Now we're heading over to the last part of this level, which is the dungeon. So we're gonna go over here, And now this level is kind of harder because normally we would get a sword and we could rain swords on these enemies, but since we don't have swords, these enemies actually have double the health, and it's very hard to dodge everything they shoot at you. So there is a very, very likely chance that I will die. Perfect timing.
Yeah, just like that.
But yeah, also want to be very careful on that continue screen, because if you move the analog stick at all, you will likely end up accidentally hitting give up, and you'll have to do the level all over again. Couple of runs lost to that. But yeah, these enemies also like to not drop hearts. Like, that was my first heart I've ever gotten from them. But now, grab this chest for a key. Those enemies don't really do anything, so we can ignore them. And we enter into that door. Now normally there are 2 side missions that you have to do to go through to unlock a bridge that would go over the lava pit, but we don't do that. We can just fly right over the lava pit. So now we're in the final boss battle of this level, which is Dr. Dry Spell in some weird bat creature form. But we have to hit it 8 times. So that is 3, and enemies will also start to spawn, so I hopefully shouldn't die, but it's also quite likely. That's 5, 6, I might die. 7, come on, come on, come on. 8, there we go. Yeah, so it's gonna kill me,
Nice.
but it's gonna kill me, but if I hit continue, maybe. Continue. There we go. Level's over. Continue. Please hit continue. There we go. Level
There we
done.
go. Yeah.
So the level bugs out a lot if you die as soon as you get the last hit in. But luckily I didn't end up accidentally destroying the level or anything. Now this is actually how the dinosaurs went extinct. There wasn't one giant meteor. There was one cloud raining a bunch of tiny individual meteors. But this level is possibly one of my least favorite levels, just because the dinosaurs' hitboxes are so stupidly specific that even if you think you got a dinosaur, at the end, you're most likely gonna have to search the map for that one dinosaur that escaped all your meteors. But
They pretty easily blend into the background too, so sometimes you're like missing one dinosaur and you're kind of looking for it,
yeah.
because it could be anywhere in the map.
Luckily though, I got them all that time, so we are getting into the last few stages of the game, but there is still a lot of time left, because one of those levels is literally the longest level in the entire game. So now we gotta guide this turret to destroy the force field. Missed it, that's fine though. And now we have to break through the wall. The wall is very annoying because the turret likes to hit the falling blocks and not more parts of the wall. But there we go. Eventually got through. And now it's time to infiltrate Dr. Dryspell's evil secret base. So all we gotta do here is destroy some turrets so we can progress on to the next portion of the game. Also, I want to be careful to not get hit by any of the turrets, because if we are hit, then that results in us losing water. And as you can see, one of our star objectives is to keep all of our water. Wait for that one to... There we go. Ah, got hit. It's fine. We don't actually have to destroy all the turrets. It is a hidden objective to do it, but it's not a star objective. So just refill our water a bit and then head over into this next room, where you can easily get hit a lot. I think I just barely... It looked like I got hit, but I don't think it registered. But now this is the final portion of this level. We have to set all this stuff on fire. Which sometimes it doesn't like to be set on fire. So, as you can see there, that one... Oh, okay. That one eventually was set on fire. And now we set the turret on fire, and kablooey. That is the end of that level. Just spam to end the level. Now we're coming up on the longest level in the game. Longest as in like few minutes, really. But so this is basically a... That's not the right button. I meant to do this over here. This is basically a tower defense game. Well, not really. Kinda tower defense? I don't know. It's like a defense game. So basically what I'm doing there is the green bots die instantly to snow. So I like to have a snow defense. It also slows down the other bots that you'll see later. And then I'm just getting up the bush defense here. So we just want to have like a fairly good defense for this level. So we're waiting for wave 2 to start here. Now these orange bots don't die to the snow, so we have to shock them ourselves to kill them. And I'll let those green ones die as I refill my water. Something you'll notice I do is I don't refill my water while I'm waiting for the waves. That's because if you do that, that actually pauses the countdown timer to the next wave for some reason, so you can't refill our waters. Now this is another cool little reference. This is a monkey turret. So if you've ever played Bloons Tower Defense, there you go, there's your reference.
Yeah, those turrets are gonna help us destroy some of the robots, and we're gonna get some more of them later on, and also like different variations of them throughout the levels or the waves.
Nice. So there are 7 waves in total. I believe there were originally 9, because it flashes up to 9 at the end of the level, but there's really only 7. So now we're waiting for the next wave, and we will see another new turret. We also got a second monkey turret. So this is one of the main turrets you've probably seen before in other levels of the game. You just have to shock it a lot to destroy it. Now we get rid of the rest of these guys. Cool. And now we get a Tesla. So what the Tesla does is it has a small radius, and if you shock it, it will destroy everything within that radius. So it's mostly helpful for taking out the larger turrets and whatnot. So you will see it used momentarily whenever the turret comes. These spots. I do like to help out the monkey turrets a bit, because no offense to them, but they are pretty slow. This is a speedrun, but yeah, see, got all those turrets gone. Now we're heading into the second to last stage. Got another Tesla. So we put this one, if I can grab it, all the way up there. And we have to move this one down a bit. Move over, monkey turret. Nope, move over the other way. Very finicky. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Look at that one. And I think I'm gonna have to move this one up again. Just get rid of some of those turrets while I'm at it. Yeah, so wait for them to get closer. There we go. Ah, they're destroying Seattle. Oh no. It's fine. Doesn't matter. This isn't all objectives. If it was all objectives, that means I would have had to redo the entire level, because it is an objective to not let Seattle take any damage. That's Seattle in the back, by the way. That's what we're defending. So, rest in peace to the 4 homes that I accidentally let get exploded. But
Thankfully, this is the last wave, and we have a lot of HP, so it's not a big deal.
yeah. So this is the giant mech turret, and you see it slowly start to roll its way into screen. Basically, all we gotta do here is just sit next to it, spam our shock, use both Teslas several times, and it will die fairly quickly. Yep, there we go, dead, and that is the end of that level. So spam through some extra dialogue here, and the level. After 5 destroyed 9. And then I would say, well, still got a bit of time. This is the parade level, so we're going to use spam. So this is a points-based level, but we actually have to do it because there are some objectives here. You'll see the screen start to fill up with numbers as we try to destroy this from the purger. Yeah. So next up is level 50, and I would say start getting ready on time now. So level 50, there's nothing to do except go to the end. This is basically just a showcase of all prototypes and stuff and whatever. So end the level there, and time will be when the black border on the screen goes away. So in about 3, 2, 1, that is time. So there you go. That was Rain on Your Parade, all levels without DLC. This is like basically my comfort game to run. I run this game so much. I've ran this game for over 2 years. I've held the record in this category for over 2 years. Never once been dethroned. People have come close, but never once been dethroned. So if you want to challenge that and you would like to attempt to dethrone me, I heavily encourage you to come run this game, as it is very, very fun. Always a fun time. We need more. We need more runners. You know, there's only like a few of us that actively run anymore. But yeah. If you want to find me anywhere, I am that1cl0ud on everything. Remember, it is a 0, none O. And Knights, if you have anything.
No, I mean, I just want to say, like, the community for this game is very nice, even though it is small, and I haven't run it in a bit, but it is a fun game to run. I'm thinking about getting back into it, so I do recommend it to everyone. It's very beginner friendly. And you can also find me everywhere as, well, Knights pretty much.
And once again, shout out to Indiethon for accepting this wonderful, wonderful game. But yeah, I think that is all from us.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for doing that run. It was fantastic looking, and I mean, it rained and it poured. That was cool. But up next, we will have, some more runs. You know how we do it over here. We have runs, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this quick intermission.